We're going to talk to Fervil Bon. So Fervil is an SEO specialist. So Fervil owns an agency, an online marketing agency, where he helps clients abroad with their digital marketing. So inanyayahan ko siya, buti pumayag siya, where he shares on how we can use SEO in an information product business. So napakaganda ng topic na to, marami kayong matututunan. So if you want to start an information product business, kailangan i-incorporate nyo yung SEO sa inyong strategy. So you need to watch this interview, may kayong matututunan dito. Fervil, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to talk to you, Fervil. Fervil, can you tell us more about yourself and what are you doing?
Yes, which first of all, thank you for having me on this interview. Tell you a little bit about myself. No, I've been doing digital marketing for almost a decade now, but my main forte is part of marketing, which is called search engine optimization or SEO. As of current, I'm running a lean agency called Semblitz. Technically, we provide search engine marketing solutions like content marketing, SEO, and paid advertising, and even website development, no, in some instances to help client have that, especially those businesses in the finance sector. We help them build a good following and reach online via the things that we do for them, both paid and organic advertising. So there is paid and there is SEO.
Pero Fervil, you're an SEO specialist. Kasi nakita ko dun sa Facebook mo, Facebook profile mo, you're an SEO specialist, tsaka yung Semblitz, yung agency, no? And for business owner, online business owner especially, ano yung SEO for a layman's term? Anong ibig sabihin ng SEO?
Yes,
yung sa mga hindi techie, yung mga parang hindi pa naiintindihan nyo. Can you explain us na in a simple way what SEO means, please?
Good question, no? Kasi it's like a common parang curiosity out of it. Kasi it's not a parang traditional form of marketing, no? But when you say about SEO, it directly correlates with Google or search engines, technically Google eh. And on a front view, I could say that yung pinaka goal ng SEO is to have web pages or yung mga websites ranked in Google. So that's the front view niya. But pinaka larger scale or as a whole, SEO provides parang optimal solution. By optimal, ibig sabihin, ini-enhance na yung performance ng mga web pages and websites in order for it to be more user-friendly. If you are user-friendly, eventually Google will also love you. So search engine friendly. So if there are parang certain aspects of the website that needs optimization, say for example, mabagal yung speed or hindi masyadong makita online, ganon. That's where SEO comes in to work on that part, yung aspect ng website.
So bali SEO pala is for yung especially website mo to rank high on Google search. Parang ganun siya. Okay. So, ano yung benefit ng SEO, Fervil? For say, for example, I'm a owner of an info product business. I'm selling ebooks, courses, yung mga ganyan, online courses. I'm a coach, ganun. So, ano yung benefit ng SEO dun sa akin negosyo?
Dalawa, no? It could either ang pinakauna talaga is, example, if you're building out your brand out there and you needed parang more exposure. So SEO helps with that, give you more brand awareness in terms of being seen more on Google. They get to know more about you as an author of that parang info product, and at the same time, they get to know more about your offer or yung info product itself. No? So typically during this stages, no, you become an expert through SEO because you would be sharing more about how-tos and yung mga technically it's SEO helping you perform better in search engines by sharing your expertise then. So in a form of maraming bagay, no? We can look at like an avenue like what we call yung content marketing. So you can create more videos or articles, no, about yourself and your product, and then eventually, content marketing SEO helps you get more exposure out of this. So that's the part ng brand awareness. Ngayon, when doing SEO, dalawa kasi yon. You're being found through branded search. Ibig sabihin, people are looking for you, or people are seeing you on Google because they type in that something, a keyword or something that relates to your brand or product. You become more searchable for the product that is not, for example, like for example, people search for self-help ebook, diba? That's not the title of your product or about you, but they will eventually find you if you are being optimized, no? You're being searchable through this yung tinatawag na non-branded keywords, no? Or keywords that relates to your product, and what you do as an author, as an expert, will be seen that way.
So kasi yung ginawa ko dati minsan, tinype ko yung pangalan ko, Butch Lirios. Tapos may mga
Yes.
lumabas sa search.
Yes.
Considered ba SEO yun, Fervil?
Technically, yes. If your pages are optimized towards that brand search, like say for example, Butch Lirios, no? Then that could be considered as a part of doing SEO. So over time, nag-i-stack kasi yun. Say for example, yung homepage mo lang yung nakita mo doon sa search na yun, and eventually meron pang ibang page that talks about you. Like for example, you have an about us page, you know, what you do, or the info products that you offer. You know, so you offer pages mo. Yun, it stacks all together. And then individual pages, meron kasi silang dapat na naka-set na individual din na yung tinatawag na target na keywords, no? For you to have a sense of focus on what is the yung parang objective ng individual pages na yun.
So ibig sabihin pala, Fervil, kailangan may website ang isang online business owner to make SEO effective. Ganun ba siya? Paano kung wala siya? Halimbawa, meron lang siya Facebook page o YouTube channel. Will SEO works for that? Kasi para lumalabas, Fervil, SEO is like organic reach, parang free siya, di ba? Parang free promotion or free traffic para sa, di ba? How about kung wala kang website? Anong mangyayari pag gano'n?
Very good yung question na. It's very an interesting one because you needed to understand ano yung kino-consider ng mga search engines, no? Like for example, you mentioned about bakit for example, SEO is it dependent on having a website. Unang-una, that's one. Kasi yung website is an asset na pwede mong magamit for promotion on anything. Whereby, for example, if meron ka lang Facebook page, you're just parang circling around doon sa platform na yun. You don't own that entire platform. Magbago yung algorithm ni Facebook, and eventually, your business might flop the next 2 days pagka hindi ka nag-caught up doon sa algorithm changes ng Facebook. So that's one thing. Because it's like you're renting that particular property doon sa platform na yun. Pag nagsara si Facebook, then goodbye. But the website, you can control it. Well, for SEO naman on the side of search engines, no, YouTube is actually considered as a search engine. We know a lot of people who are doing YouTube SEO as a service, and it's quite effective in terms of getting yung huge number of views ng videos and even following and subscribers, no. And it also directly correlates with like the Google SEO, no, like if you're being found on YouTube, that has something to do also if you have put the video content doon sa website mo, no, as an asset then. So I think hindi sila detached. It's there's in marketing, there's what we call omnipresence, no, like there's no need for you to choose like ano bang gusto kong gawin. Should I like start on Facebook lang, or should I do YouTube only, or just the website itself? Well, technically lahat kailangan mong gawin 'yon. But in terms of prioritization, it's up to you kung saan yung pinaka-target na audience mo. Ang
Okay.
pinaka-advantage lang of doing SEO is that the intent or yung like people search for you for a particular reason, no? They wanted to know an answer. Yun ang pinaka-advantage ng SEO because you're being searched with the intent of having that parang satisfaction nung searcher, no, within, whereby for example on Facebook, like when you see typically like people are doing ads, no, if you're seeing ads about kitchenware products or ano ba, mosquito repellent products, and technically ikaw as a viewer or yung nanood ng product na, you don't see it as parang pinaka-priority, kumbaga hindi mo siya yung pinaka-intent na gusto mong bilhin yun or gusto mong, it's just nandun lang siya, nag-appear sa'yo then. But on SEO, like people really search for, like for example, yun nga, babalik tayo dun sa info product like self-help ebooks, no, or how to make money online ebooks, how to make money online guide, and then nandun ka. So mas malaki yung impact nung search kumpara sa doon sa ikaw mismo yung parang naghahanap sa kanila.
So sinabi mo kanina, Fervil, yung search intent, di ba? Yung
Yes.
kasi parang nakikipag-usap ka kay Google, tinype mo say certain, halimbawa, how to make money online, tapos yung pala yung sinesearch ng mga tao. So for example lang, yung sinesearch ng mga tao, and then lalabas agad yung say website mo o yung YouTube channel, YouTube video mo, parang gano'n, di ba?
Right.
Based sa search, based sa sinesearch ng mga tao online. So gano'n. So bali, mas maganda pala na mag-focus ka. Halimbawa, for example, nagsisimula ka pa lang, wala kang resources, wala ka pang pambili ng websites o hosting, ganyan. So mas maganda pala mag-focus ka muna sa YouTube channel kaysa sa Facebook to build your SEO.
Not intentionally of building the SEO, but banking on what we call yung tinatawag nating content assets, no. So may it be sa Facebook yon, sa YouTube yon, kung meron kang mga like videos or content assets that brings more value doon sa audience na tina-target mo, it will eventually help you. Bakit? Kasi you can actually repurpose it when you decide na okay, meron na akong parang konting naipon for me to build a website. Then I can just use the video, repurpose it as a content na article ba yun, or I can create a slide presentation out of it. So that's one thing. So yun, it's instead of going towards direction na kailangan kong pumasok ng YouTube kasi kailangan kong i-optimize yung that's parang secondary ng goal mo. Yung pinaka-primary ng goal mo is to build content assets that you can actually use, and then you can boost these content assets through, yun nga, different type of marketing, no, like content marketing, SEO, or if you're doing paid advertising, no, may it be sa YouTube or sa Facebook or sa website mo mismo. So, yun.
So going back pala din sa sabi mo, Fervil, it's all about giving value. So mag-ano ka talaga. So makikita talaga, papanoorin o pupuntahan yung website mo kung if you're giving valuable content. So that itself SEO na rin, parang SEO na rin 'yan, 'di ba? Parang kasi nagbibigay ka ng value, so pupuntahan ka talaga ng mga tao to know more
and
about.
that's how you also build yung yung brand or reputation mo positively online, no? Like people will not buy from you if you are not being seen as an expert who really shares information about what you do or ano yung product mo. So, isa yun sa mga common na mga pitfalls ng like info product creators, like, hey, I wanted to sell something, but eventually, hindi mo naman binild up yung brand mo online. No? You don't give value doon sa you're just sharing ito yung about yung product ko or something. So that's...
I earned 1 million yesterday, ganon. Tapos bilhin mo tong course ko, ganyan. Consider, halimbawa may website ako, is SEO, yung mga plugin kasi ngayon, halimbawa meron ako website, especially sa WordPress, merong mga plugin, is that considered an SEO strategy? Yung mga Yoast, ganyan, na kung meron silang Yoast plugin.
So sa mga hindi masyado techy, like Yoast is Yoast or like example, yung mga SEO plugins like all-in-one SEO, they help you become, kumbaga, if you have this WordPress website, yung WordPress website is more optimized if you have these tools within. I could say na integral siya na part ng strategy when you are building a website within WordPress platform, but hindi siya yung overall. But it helps on the optimization process ng web pages ng site mo.
Pero Fervil, can you give us some tips? Halimbawa, nagsisimula ka lang, gusto mo ma-seen online, gusto mo kahit mag-rank man lang sa Google. Kasi mahirap, to be honest, mahirap mag-rank dun sa, ano ba yung tinatawag nila? 5-pack o 6-pack, gano'n. Sa Google, yung the first 6, di ba? Parang mahirap pag. So, halimbawa, nagsisimula pa lang ako sa, meron akong website o meron akong online business, info product business. So, ano yung mga tips para mag-rank yung aking YouTube channel o yung aking website sa Google?
Pinakauna talaga is to set a baseline muna doon sa website mo. Una-una, tignan mo muna kung ano yung strength ng website mo. And then, you do a market research then. Like, if you have this product, for sure, hindi ikaw yung nauna doon sa product na binibenta mo. Someone has already done it ahead of you, di ba? So you try to analyze ano ba yung ginawa nila on their end. Whatever marketing na ginawa nila in order to promote their product or the brand, no? Like, say for example, if they did an s.e.o, ano ba yung keywords na ginawa after nito? So there's what we call yung keyword gap or your content gap, no? Na eto si competitor A, ito yung malakas na competitor at dito ka. So meron siyang example 1,000 plus na keywords and ikaw wala. Tapos ibabangga mo silang dalawa. Ngayon makikita mo, you will see na itong 1,000 plus na keywords, hindi ko pa nagamit sa website. Then you can go after those keywords, you know, and use it for the optimization ng mga feature pages ng site mo. So that's one thing. So that's yung sa side ng content optimization. No? Ayun, technically yun ang pinaka parang starting point of you. Like for example, meron ka ng magiging guide on what to create, what type of content you'll be creating in the future. Kasi you'll be basing on that list na meron si competitor A na malakas, no. But ang pinaka-cue doon is try to find out ano yung kumbaga na-hit na keyword or na-hit na mga keywords ni competitor na hindi naman sila masyadong nagra-rank doon or mahina sila doon. Doon ka mag-cultivate ng lakas mo. Kasi if you're going to fight with them head on, kumbaga banggayin mo sila ng mano-mano, parang it will take you a longer time to catch up kasi they've already built reputation and then already have optimized parang months or years ahead of you prior to starting yung s.e.o mo. So yun, finding quick wins is more about learning more about the competitors and eventually seeing that yung parang sweet spot, no, na pwede mong laruin yung mga keyword ideas. Usually these are keywords na undermined ng mga competitors, no, like mga long, meron kasi tinatawag na long tail keywords, ibig sabihin yung mga mahaba ng mga tao, but hindi directly optimize yung mga pages nila doon because they're looking at yung mga short term na key phrases pero malalaki yung mga volume na nagsisearch per month. So magsimula ka muna doon sa mahaba pero sobrang kumbaga yung intention ng mga tao while they're typing it in Google or search engine like YouTube, yun ang i-go after mo ng mga keywords for optimizing your website or your videos, yung yung channel mo, ganun.
Pero saan sila kukuha ng mga yung keyword ideas? May mga ano ka ba? May
yes.
Yung ba yung mga SEMrush, mga ganyan kasi.
Yes. So the best talaga is to invest in premium tools, no, like SEMrush.
Okay.
SEMrush. We have Href also, ano ba? Majestic, meron ding s.e.o. But if you're starting out, wanted to learn more about keywords, no, you can Google yung tinatawag na Uber Suggest, that's one.
Oh, yeah. I think Uber Suggest ay free, no, di ba? Pero limited lang yung ano niya.
And then if you're also looking at, say for example, competitor analysis, try to find out ano yung mga channels, you can use yung website na tinatawag na SimilarWeb. for different search engines, then you can try to search Suvel, S-O-O-V-L-E, Suvel. So, isa yun, pwedeng keyword ideas. And then, meron ding like answerthepublic.com, also a free platform where you can use yung keywords, no? Technically, long tail keywords that has yung WH questions within them na pwede mong laruin. So, it helps you get that
overall. Yeah.
So from there, you can actually start na hindi naman masyadong invested doon sa mga premium na SEO tools, no? Kasi truth be told, medyo pricey din yung mga premium na SEO
tools mo. So bali ang gagawin pala nila, gagamit sila ng mga SEO tools sa yon, then hahanapin nila doon yung mga competitors keyword. So titignan nila kung saan, ano ba yung mga nagra-rank na keyword dun sa mga competitor ko. Halimbawa, say for example, sabi mo nga kanina, finance yung niche nila, then ano ba si website A nagra-rank sa ganitong keyword, and then i-align ko rin yung content ko doon sa ganong keyword. Di ba? Parang ganun yung para mas madali, para sila na yung nag-research para sa'yo, then ikaw aalin. Bali,
exactly.
Bali,
so, that's finding the keywords is just one thing. No? Ang pinaka-ideal kasi when you're using this kind of tools, you get to know more about the competitors. Ano ba yung kumbaga strength at saka weakness ng competitor, no? And then you can actually do a reverse engineer, like ano ba yung content na ginagawa nila on the pinakamalakas na page nila, and then how you can replicate the entire process for, yun nga, yung parang sinabi mo nga, they've done the heavy lifting for you, so you just need to replicate. Hindi mo na kailangan na parang sobrang gumawa ng entire process out of it because you've already know na itong competitor A, nakakuha siya ng ganito kalakas na traffic and nakakuha siya ng ganito karaming keywords na so why bother na palitan mo yung process na ginawa nila, working naman yung strategy na ginawa nila on their website.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Yeah. Pero ang next question ko, Fervil, do you need a website? Do you recommend a website for this to work?
Yes, definitely, 101%. It's also an avenue for you to test out yung SEO, whether it works, no? And then, yun, having a website is parang hindi siya icing sa cake. It's something that you need to do if you wanted to really have that bigger exposure online. Kasi if you're not having that website, you're missing the opportunity of being seen, especially sa Google, no? Wherein majority ng mga bumibili are being seen there. Like 35% ng mga product searches, no? Or those people who are looking for reviews, who are looking for buying guides, you know, they start in Google. So if you're not being seen there, then you missed the opportunity already. So definitely push for having a website.
Bale, nag-a-apply ba to sa Pilipinas for business owner na baka naman mga big names lang to, Fervil? Will this strategy apply in the Philippines?
Ayun ang pinaka maganda kasi Philippines compared sa mga tier 1 or mga first world na mga countries na like US, Europe, sa UK, ganun. Medyo backlog tayo ng 10 taon sa kanila eh.
Okay.
So kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga nasa tier 1 na mga countries, it's working sa Pilipinas, and pinaka-advantage pa is that it's much less competitive dito sa space na to. So meron tinatawag na first mover advantage yung paggawa ng website and optimizing it kasi ikaw yung mauuna, and then eventually maghahabol yung competitors mo.
Okay.
Sa'yo. So definitely yes.
So maganda pala yung sinabi mo, Fervil, kasi sabi mo nga, lag tayo, we're behind 10 years, napakalaki. So kung magsisimula pala sila ngayon, nagsimula tayo ngayon, so tayo yung parang, ano ba tawag dito? Pioneer. So maganda yung sinabi mo, maganda. Can you share us yung mga resources o kaya yung website mo? Do you got a website that they can go, and then baka meron ka mga resources about SEO, you're teaching SEO. Baka pwede mong i-share sa kanila.
Yes. So we also have this group sa Facebook then, like a
Mm,
community for internet marketing
mm,
in the Philippines na yung tinatawag Internet Marketing Philippines. So
mm,
sometimes we collaborate with different types of marketers na hindi lang sa SEO, but
mm,
we try to share information about digital marketing as a whole.
mm,
And it's a platform wherein we share collaboration also, like mga job postings, no, and then more on learning group siya.
mm,
And sa website naman, it's fervilbon.com. Ay meron akong mga tagal ng mga resources doon sa website, pero hindi naman siya yung katulad ng kasing comprehensive ng ibang mga updated na mga post ngayon on say for example mga malalaking sites. So they can head to moz.com. Pwede nilang hanapin yon because Moz, meron silang magandang beginner's guide sa SEO. So, can type in parang moz/learn/SEO.
mm,
So yun yung ano niya, yun yung pwede nila or research nila sa Google yon, Moz Learn SEO. Then, makikita nila yung parang internal parts ng SEO in different categories. They can start watching videos and tutorial. And yun ang advantage. Free yung
sa boss.
information na yun. So
Mm,
they can start there. But if like for example, they really wanted to invest on something na gusto nila parang mag-jumpstart, no? They can find someone to coach them or mentor them in terms of SEO or do consulting basis sa kanila no, to help them with their business. So that's also an advice na para din sa mga tao na parang wanted to skip. For example, kumbaga kung naglalaro ka, nagpapa-level ka, simula ka sa level 1, gusto mong mag-level 50 agad, then ganap ka ng someone na already
yeah.
done it,
Mm,
experience it.
mm,
Then yun.
mm. So if they want to get in touch, halimbawa sa'yo, fervilbon.com. So sabi mo if they want to level up their competition. So fervilbon.com. But if
Yes, bro.
if they want like free resources, sa mos.com sila pwede pumunta about
Yes,
SEO.
pwede pumunta ng mas. Yes.
Okay, okay. My next question for Bill, hindi related sa SEO or something like that. Kasi ito yung mga lagi ko tinatanong for yung mga ini-interview ko.
That.
So if you're gonna give like if you given a choice between, kasi alam ko we are entrepreneurs di ba? So if you're given a choice between discipline and talent, what will you choose? Isa lang.
I'm sorry, talent and discipline.
Yeah, what will you choose between discipline and talent? Ano yung pipiliin mo?
Definitely, discipline eh.
Mm.
Kasi, for example, if we were going to put it on the perspective din ng SEO or marketing, no? Wala namang naging online marketer na baby pa lang sila, marketer na sila.
Mm.
But they've been successful in their own ways because of that discipline na meron sila. So they strive to get yung goals nila. So nasa mata. Parang eyes on the prize on them. So in order for you to get that, kailangan mo ng disiplina. Step by step process. Yeah. So discipline.
Pero naniniwala ka ba yun doon sa halimbawa in-apply mo yung mga SEO, yung mga marketing fad na yung online, yung nakikita mo yung biglang yaman, naniniwala ka ba doon sa mga ganun?
Naniniwala na
yung halimbawa, apply this tactic and you will earn 1 million o mga ganyan. Yung sa online, mga nakikita mo sa online advertisement, is that
well, technically, before ako maniwala, I needed to have, kung ako kasi, it validates kung ano yung nalalaman ko. But the pinaka-core would be testing it myself. If the strategy works, then I could say na okay nga to. But if not, then alam mo yun, it's parang false promise. So,
kasi marami nagsasabi na you go to digital marketing o online, kikita ka ng ganito kalaki. But in reality, you need to put in time and effort, di ba? Doon sa...
Yes, that's the
Kaya ako nga tinanong yung discipline dahil marami kasing na parang, madali pala, online, gano'n.
Oo, nasa shiny object sila, no? Ayun, there's parang unspoken truth about it. It really have yung success in marketing, it needs grit talaga. Like, kailangan mo talagang magsipag and, have that objective into to getting something. So, mas directed yung focus mo. Say, for example, gusto mong magkaroon ng $2,000 on a monthly basis. So, from there, you can reverse engineer na naman ulit. Tignan mo na naman kung ano yung mga options and how you get that. Whether you sell a service, you sell the info product,
Yeah.
you monetize something, do affiliate marketing. Maraming klase on how to make money online. You just need to have that sense of focus tsaka objective. And then, from there, you can just reverse engineer the process.
Okay. And then, Fervil, can you share us, ano ba yung one book na nag-change sa'yo bilang, to make you an entrepreneur? Yung nag-influence sa'yo to be an entrepreneur? Ano yung isang book na ba share mo? Not about SEO, but as an entrepreneur, Fervil.
Mahirap magpili kasi marami ako naging resources, but if I could recommend like books, yung pinakauna, it's about sales, no? Si Zig Ziglar.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar.
Secret to Closing Sales. Yung this book tells you about different type of sales strategy na ginawa nila, and parang parang perpetual yung concept doon sa book na yun that you can even apply. Kahit na yung setup nila is parang 1960s or 1970s in selling different types, no, like mga bahay or mga kitchenwares, gano'n. And you can actually apply it sa generation or panahon natin ngayon. So that's one thing. If you're looking at yung avenue ng sales, no? When it comes to entrepreneur, yung binabasa ko is the 4-Hour Workweek din.
Okay.
So magandang
Tim Ferriss,
book.
yeah.
Yes, Tim Ferriss. To learn more about, kasi may
parang freelancing ata yun, di ba? Tim Ferriss.
Pang freelancing talaga siya. Like, how to do that. Hindi naman work-life balance. But more on being happy on what you do. No? So you have that. And marami din, I also read parang it's all about organization naman sa loob ng isang company. Yung building people by pangalan nito. Kalimutan ko yung author. So building people. It's all about the organization and yun, discipline again sa inside ng company. What is the mindset that is needed for parang isang particular leader sa loob ng isang organization. So it really helps a lot. So ayun, I think those 3 books.
Okay. Pero hindi mo i-recommend si Robert Kiyosaki, yung Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Rich Dad Poor Dad, okay din. And meron pa isa yung how to
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, yun. So maganda yun. Think and Grow Rich, yun. Hindi naman nakakonsentrate sa isang book lang talaga lahat ng kailangan aralin. Sometimes, mas maganda nga na parang in every book, you just find out yung pinaka-core na gustong matutunan doon, and then you can look for different resources naman. Hanapin mo rin yun. So,
but definitely, Fervil, you recommend reading, di ba?
Yes, I think it's a must. Kasi wala namang mag-guide sa iyo na ibang tao maliban sa sarili mo kung you don't have that. Alam mo yon, if you're waiting for someone to motivate you than you motivating yourself, then dun pa lang talo ka. So,
especially sa business, di ba? Especially sa business, mahirap talaga magsimula yung pagsisimula.
Tsaka yung hunger mo, bro, on learning, it will drive you miles ahead dun sa gusto mong karera. So, reading, I think yun yung isa sa mga common denominator ng mga entrepreneurs or those who are learning more about business. They really read books. They spare time na nafi-fix nila yung schedule nila. Like, I know people who have, say for example, sa isang buong linggo nila, they spend a day just reading books. Kasi para hindi makalat, they really spend that entire day on reading lang. Kasi just they feel book. Na yes, hindi naman necessary one book, but yung araw na yun, they allot it for just reading books. No? Walang work, wala lahat, just reading books.
Fervil, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat for your time. Maraming salamat for everything that you shared to us. Thank you very much for
I hope
for
may
everything.
natutunan kayo dito, bro.
Ayan. Marami kayo natin, especially entrepreneurship. Thank you very much, Fervil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bush. Bye.